Crucible V2 Extreme Pre-Workout by Frontline Formulations. First of all, the fact that this is veteran-owned, I am down to support. Two, this tub screams freedom. You're getting all these war vibes, the Statue of Liberty, the old school postage stamp, straight red-blooded American all over this thing. But on the backside, the label is what drew me in, which I will post at the end of the video. Now, this pre-workout is a builder. You got to give this at least 30 to 35 minutes to come together, but once it does, it is very enjoyable. Now, I went with the Florida Sunrise flavor for realistically no reason other than it sounded cool to me. It looks like a pineapple, strawberry, and maybe a tangerine flavor. It's really fruity, it's smooth, it's got a little bit of a high stem aftertaste to it, but the powder itself is very light, very fluffy, and easily digestible on an empty stomach. The beta-alanine lit my face up in like 5 minutes. I'd say like above moderate levels, but about 2 minutes after that, they subsided and then like lingered for about 30 minutes. So it kind of like spiked and then flatlined. I will say they definitely did their job because during and after my workout, I had like minuscule muscle fatigue. Now the energy on this, you're getting 100 milligrams of caffeine citrate up front, 300 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous, and then another 100 milligrams of dicaffeine malate extended, yielding roughly 75%. So you're getting a total of around 475 milligrams of caffeine. So within the first like 7 to 8 minutes, I felt that like citrate pop to the chest. And day one, not knowing what to expect, I'm like, oh boy, here we go. But it wasn't like that. Over the course of like the next 30 minutes, it was a smooth build. But once you're there, you're there. I'm talking high energy levels. But you also have 2,000 milligrams of betaine anhydrous. Now you're feeling high energy and you're feeling strong. But there wasn't like a crazy sense of urgency to it. It was more like a slow, controlled, explosive strength and energy. Now the focus on this really deceived me day one. So within 15 minutes, I felt something going on up here, but it was like really, really mild. Then again, around the 30 to 35 minute mark, I got this like tough guy attitude to me with like a side of aggression. So like, for example, old school 50 Cent comes on my playlist and I just immediately envision myself back in my early 20s, back in Jersey Shore days, the Affliction shirts on, posted up at the bar, just like looking for a bar fight. But then as my workouts progressed, I noticed a locked the F in like laser focus on whatever I was doing at that moment in time. At the end of one of my workouts, I was speed roping for about 30 to 35 minutes. And I don't care who you are, if you're going to speed rope for that long, you're bound to mess up. I'm talking minuscule times. I was like hyper focused, just like going at it. If you are a pump chaser, I would say you can definitely stack this. You're going to get some decent blood flow on its own, but I put some powder on it and I put some glycerol on it, and those definitely took this to the next level. Post-workout crash, yes, it's a high level of caffeine. You are bound to come off of it eventually, but me personally, it was hours after my workout that I noticed any type of come down. Now, I will say, a side note, I did experience a little bit of a dry mouth, but at the end of the day, who cares? Just drink some water. All in all, after using this for a few days, I told myself I have got to keep this in the rotation. You're getting a really smooth, high energy curve with some extra strength, but that laser locked in focus with a little bit of attitude and a side of aggression was really, really nice. I found this to be best on like a heavier compound day or like a leg day. But again, you need to give this time to build, like 30 to 35 minutes. Once it all comes together, it comes together extremely nice.